So this, you can read what people are typing into you?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we'll keep this handy so we can see what people are saying.
Gotcha. Oh, that's crazy. Now, is this on YouTube or
Facebook.
Facebook.
It'll be loaded in.
Perfect.
Hi guys, welcome to Bridget's Cannabis Corner. We are coming to you live from Missoula, Montana with my good friend Al. Everybody give Al some love. She's one of the best cooks I know. I want to see a bunch of love in that screen. I want to make sure you like and share this, guys. The more people that see this information and learn how to canna cook, the better. So I'm going to give a bunch of shout outs here. Hi James Moon. Lynn's in the house. Booter's in the house. James is in the house. Good afternoon, James Platts. Devin's in the house. Can everybody hear me okay? Charles is in the house. Hi, Gary. Our sister Barbara's in the house. Joe just checked in. Our brother Kurt's in the house. Hi, guys. Can everybody hear me okay? I feel like I'm yelling. It's like the further away the screen is, the louder I have to be. But we do have a microphone, so can everybody hear us okay and see us okay? We had to have it a little further away so you could see all the fun stuff that's going on here today. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Melissa. Jason Roundy's in the house. Hey, Shelly. Perfect. Peekaboo. E420's in the house. Corinne's in the house. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. We've got a little bit of Merlot here. Cheers.
keep the nerves down?
Yep. Keep the nerves down here. We got our wine. We've already been smoking a little train wreck, and we're going to indulge in a little bit of Blue Dream today.
Sounds delightful.
Nice little treat for us. I've got a little Valentine's ashtray we can use. I want to know what you guys are smoking today, and if you can't smoke, I want to know what you would like to be smoking. So I'm going to let you do the honors.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for doing the show today.
My pleasure.
We're going to be making Valentine's truffles today, guys, so I'm really excited. They've tried some. They said they were super stony. Al offered for me to try one, but I was like, well, we might wait a second.
Maybe towards the end of the show, because it really kicked in this morning. I was like, oh my gosh. And I ate a third. So I can't imagine the crew on the full ones that they ate.
Oh boy, I bet it was a long day.
No, it was a funny day.
Funny.
Oh my gosh, we laughed so hard at work today.
And don't you think that everybody needs to be allowed to smoke weed at work?
Absolutely.
That's one of the perks of our job is we get to medicate at work. And actually, it's a job requirement for us.
Well, you gotta know your product.
I mean, you do.
Absolutely. So this is kind of like a 2-day process thing, and once you make the batter, it's got to sit in the fridge for 24 hours. But I was smart enough to do that last night, so we'll be rolling really quick. And today we're going to do the Martha Washington candy, and it turns out to be basically a truffle. And I'm smart enough to write the recipe this time. We got all the ingredients right there. So we got the coconut. I'm good.
Okay.
All good. And you just throw, this is walnuts. We'll throw that all in the bowl. And a heaping cups of powdered sugar. We have condensed sweetened milk.
I love to cook with you, Al, because you're so organized. It's like cooking with Martha Stewart.
I have years of practice. I trained a lot of people, so.
So you love what you do.
I do. I do. Even my kids give me a hard time. It's like, do you really love the kitchen that much? And it's like, when I'm stressed or worried, this is where I need to go.
Yep.
It all comes full circle for me.
That's your stoner cave, is the
It
kitchen.
is, and they all benefit.
Yeah, I bet. Now, I quit cooking after having to cook for a family of 7 for so many years, so I'm retired from cooking.
Seriously?
Which has kind of been a good thing because now my daughter cooks all the time, and so it's kind of put her in a position where she now loves to cook, and
You
she's
get
always-
the benefits.
Yeah, I get the benefits now, so it worked out perfectly.
Cooking in my house was always a family event. All us kids and my parents, we all were in the kitchen making dinner, you know, all at the same time. So
Yeah.
it just is relaxing for me.
Nice way to de-stress, unwind.
Yep.
And then you're
Absolutely.
making with you're using cannabis to cook, so then even after you eat
Just
the
added
goodies,
the special stuff, and you just mix it all nice together, and you get it well mixed.
this looks so good. And honestly, my house does not well, I can't say that now after we smoked a joint, but my house doesn't smell like weed, so the way you're doing this is, to me, seems like it would be a really good way for people who live in apartments, or like I have a lot of elderly patients who
Absolutely.
live like
Absolutely.
in townhouses, and they're right on top of each other. So
Yep.
one of my elderly patients' main concern is they don't want their neighbors to have to smell it.
And you know, a lot of elderly, they're just not comfortable, you know, with, you know, lighting up a joint or doing a bong or something. And this is really a lot easier for them in their own frame of minds and stuff like that. So, but it's a total different high than just smoking. It's more of a body high. And if you're in a lot of pain and stuff like that, it's a great way because it goes all through your body.
Now, tell us about how long should we expect before these edibles, once we eat them, how long before we should start feeling?
You know, it's different for everybody, and it
Okay.
depends how much food you have on your stomach, you know, and stuff like that. If it's the first meal of the day and you have a truffle, it'll hit you pretty fast and pretty hard. Henceforth, my breakfast this morning. But, and you know, the bigger you are, you know, and stuff, more dosage you would need. Or if
Okay.
you're somebody that has not gotten off on edibles, you kind of want to go extra heavy at the beginning until you get a really good body high off of it, and then you could just back off because it's like you have to break your system into it and stuff like that. I've had a few people that I don't ever get high on edibles. It's like, well, let me show you.
Now, Al, I have to say, you've explained this to me before, and so I'm one of those people that has never gotten high on edibles. I can smoke and smoke and smoke. I get super high, but I can eat a ton of Rick Simpson oil edibles, and I never get high. So I took your advice and I ate a whole bunch. Just to break, you know, just
Right,
like you were
right,
saying, it's
yep.
almost like breaking that seal.
Yep,
Or that
exactly.
barrier. And believe it or not, after the last show we did, those caramels, I was pretty high after
Yeah.
I ate those caramels.
I don't mess around with the edibles, right? You need it that I'll make it strong enough where you can feel it.
Yeah, and
But
that's
Steve was that way too, and was like, well, here, I'll cook for you. And he finally did, and now, like today, it was pretty fast for me. He's like, I can't believe this. I was like, yeah. So once it's all really well mixed and you're going to get it all formed and it's kind of gooey and it's set up, and what you're putting it in the fridge for is for it to firm up and you'll be able to work it before you dump it into the melted chocolate. So at this point, you'd put it in the fridge for 24 hours. I was smart enough to do that last night. So I always try to make it the same size and everything like that, so you know exactly what you had anyways. So this is about 1.5 ounces cookie scoop. And you're just going to form them. Try to keep it as even as possible. And then, as they're forming,
Those look so good. I want to eat one right now.
if you form them, I'll dunk them.
Okay. I could do that. I'm pretty good with these ice cream scoopers, you know. So now what exactly do you have infused in here?
It is the marijuana butter.
Okay.
Yep, and I do all the trim and everything like that, and cook my butter, and then I freeze it because I do it in large batches, so I
Okay.
have it for quite a while. We'll do some decorating here, make them Valentine-y.
I just realized today that tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I've been so busy, I don't even know what day it is. And it's our anniversary tomorrow. So you'd think that I would remember that, but no.
We haven't been busy lately.
I don't think my balls are as cute as your balls, Al.
Mine are a little bigger.
Yours are a little bigger, yes, they
I
are.
can see it from here.
And they're very well formed. You have very well formed balls.
I've had a lot of practice.
Yes, I need a lot of practice. So we are a perfect match. Hey, you guys, I want to see nothing but love coming out of that screen the whole show, too, by the way. The more love we get in the screen, the better. And did I remind you to like and share? Share this to tag 5 people in this. People need to learn how to make these edibles. They're great for, like Al was saying, for chronic pain. A lot of our elderly patients love these because they are so stuck on the stigma that cannabis is the devil's lettuce and that they're going to go crazy if they smoke cannabis. They're afraid to smoke. So this way kind of gives them a good alternative to smoking. They don't have to smoke then. But like Al was saying, be careful because they can creep up on you.
Yeah, if you're not used to doing them, being home for the first couple of times is a good choice.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm trying to make nice, full, big, juicy balls. Let me come up to the screen so you guys can see this. I don't know if it's gonna. Ooh! It smells so good.
So in the double boiler, I just have dipping chocolate, and you can use the microwave, but I find that it gets thicker, and you're really going to want to use a double boiler, so it's a lot more liquidy. And if it still thickens up with you, you could add a shortening to the dipping chocolate to thin it out.
Okay, that's a great idea. That's a really great idea. People like me need little tips like that.
So they're nice and cold and firm. We're just going to grab one, set it in the chocolate, get it coated. I like
Jason's over here laughing about cold and firm, Al.
Well, a mix of
Our
that
big balls.
and James Moon putting balls with question marks across the screen.
We've got the Valentine balls.
So a little bit of yes and a little bit of yes.
Oh, I bet Samantha's gonna wish she was here.
Yeah.
Yep, you're gonna have to cook with Sammy sometime, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna love you. I don't know, she might just move in.
My sister and I cook a lot together, and everybody just loves it. We're in the kitchen together because they know they're going to have a feast.
Yeah.
And we just thrive off of each other.
And it's a great bonding time, too.
really
to cook
is.
with your family and especially cook cannabis.
But it helps so many people. I love to share recipes and stuff because I've gone through a lot of them. And, you know, I have certain ones that work well.
That's what we like, the experience.
Mhm.
Somebody who's already got the recipes down to a knack.
Let me know
Right.
if you guys would like. I'm gonna feel like coming in with a
Sure.
shot real
Yeah.
quick.
Do you want me to move those? Let me move those
Mhm.
lanterns. We've got a couple of propane lanterns
Yeah.
here. We're gonna move out of the way.
We're gonna bring it in for an aerial view so you guys can get a better idea here. So it's gonna move, so I apologize.
My husband, you kind of want to get your recipes and you do them 3 or 4 times, change a couple of things and stuff. And my husband, he's like, oh, she's in the kitchen with edibles. He knows he's in for a hard time. He's like, I can hardly eat it anymore. I was like, wait, I changed it a little.
Can you show her dunking it in
I
the
was-
chocolate?
I was trying to do
Oh my
that
gosh,
and-
you guys.
You just kind of tap it off. You want it thick enough for it to stick. And be well coated.
That looks so good, you guys. I want to see a bunch of love in that screen. Look at that.
I mean, chocolate Valentine's today. What more could you ask for?
Yeah.
So it's starting to thicken again. I'll show you why I say that shortening works well to thin it out. And I'll just take a little. It brings it back to a thinner stage, a more workable stage.
Make quick work too.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, now it's starting to smell pretty good in here.
Can you smell it now?
I can smell it a little now. Ooh, don't you guys wish you could just come through the screen and eat that?